disloyalty, vacillation, apathy, indifference, gossip, deceitfulness, carelessness, lack of accountability. Sisters. You see, you're accustomed to having things done for you. And I know it says, well, listen, I'm a black woman. I don't get nothing done for me. No, you know what I'm talking about. There is this, well, I didn't do that. I might have, but no, I didn't really mean that. That's not what it was supposed to be, so you can't blame me. I absolve myself, and you have to as well. Why don't you understand that? Whereas we, as men, when you want to be initiated into manhood, you better be responsible for your actions. Because your actions are life and death. See, with that rod, with that penis, with that lingam, with that weapon of love and life, I bring life. But guess what? My nature is to take it as well. Because I go to war. So, life and death is you. So your decisions can't be about, well, I don't know. Anybody ever seen the Hollywood movie called The Godfather? Anybody? Yeah. Has anybody seen it?
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember the time right before Marlon Brando died playing with his grandson? Do you remember that part? Yeah. But do you remember what he said? He said, mind what he says. I'm going to try to do like this. He said, you know, he says, you can't afford to make a mistake. So women can make mistakes, but a man, he can't make mistakes. And that stuck with me. I can't afford to make a mistake. Because when I make a mistake, every fucking thing goes to pieces. Everything dies. When you are walking down the street with your man, how are you dressed? Responsibly? Are you dressed because I like the way I feel in these things that have part of my pubic hairs coming out of me? I told my son when he was dating, and I trained him up real good. I said to my son, you make sure that when you're taking young ladies out, that they're dressed properly. And I had times I told him, I said, you know, who are you going out with? Blah, blah, blah. Bring her here first. He said, what? I said, bring her here. I want to meet her. If she was dressed in a way, I said, amen. I said, young lady, you look very nice, but not for my son. I said, unless you go home and you change, you're not going out. Neither is he. Because you can get my son killed. Protecting your honor and his ego. So you will dress appropriately or you don't go out with my son. See, you don't think about that as fathers anymore. I talk to my son and I say, son, how do you walk down the street with your girlfriend when you're on a date? Well, you know, walking, I says, you walk with her, you walk on the outside. Because if she's walking on the outside, that's the way the pimps used to tell the woman is available. You walk on the inside. What are you doing? Well, we're taking in the sights. I said, no, you're not. I said, whenever you're walking, she'll talk and keep back because she's in the moment. You are a block ahead. You are a block that way and you're a block that way because you're looking for something. And when you're saying, boom, she's talking about something, say, come, let's go this way. Yeah. She don't know why, but you're doing your thing. She just knows she had a good time. She don't know that you were walking with her with strategy. Like I taught my son. Out of danger. Huh? We think about that for our daughters. Oh, I terrorize my daughters. Oh, that feels so good. What your father didn't teach you, I'm going to teach you. And you know, every now and then I come to the door strapped with my my 357 Magnum. Come to see my daughter. And I'd say, come right in. And I'd be wearing the thing that's like this, and they'd be like, and she says, yes. Ask her. She'll tell you, I didn't play. They had to understand that who they're taking out is a treasure. And if you don't treat it like a treasure, treat her or him like a treasure, then you're messing with me. And then you bring me into the equation. And that's how you have to be with your children. It's good to intimidate the young men because young men understand respect, because strength is respect for young men. And they want you to step to them, to talk to them about sciences, because that's what they're on the corner doing, breaking down sciences according to the limited amount of light that they've been given. And when you have one or two of them in there dealing with sciences, boom, it's like, wow, oh man, you know this, boom. And they inject that into their knowledge base, into their cultural base. And that's exactly what it is that I ask all the brothers to do. Step to these young boys that look like they don't want to have nothing to do with you. They are begging you in their ways to try to bring them in as men, because they don't know what a man is. Women do not really have hurt feeling memory banks. Listen to carefully. Women do not have hurt feelings memory banks. They have hurt feelings manufacturing processes. What does that mean? This is very interesting because remember, the more complicated person is the female. She is more complicated because she does not know who she is until something, some great event fixes her. And then her attention is brought to that point, and her feelings now, based on what she has been given the attention to pay attention to, once she is paying attention to that, her feelings are now around that, and she is feeling around what you have seeded within her. When she sees you, a woman does not know. Everybody says, well, a woman does. So she says she does. No, she does not. A woman does not know love. She can think about it, talk about it, well, tell me more about it. She can look at 1,000 movies hoping to know what that person on the screen is feeling. But she does not know love until the man comes to her and does something to her that fixes her. And now it's over. She blossoms. Her face changes. Her complexion changes. Her heart races faster. She's saying, oh, this is what they were feeling. Oh, girl, let me tell you. Oh, my God. And everything changes what I want to do with myself. And everything. You are doing that because he was the sun. Through his gravity, put you in his orbit and turned you into an earth that became fertile. You don't know love. They got you saying, well, I create. I am a creator. I have the children. No, you're not the creator. You are simply the incubator of life. You have no control over what's happened. Once that sperm gets into the egg, that body gets taken over like aliens got it. And you ain't got shit to say, except moan and groan when time comes. You're not the creator. And anybody pushing that feminist nonsense on you is bullshit. You are the incubator. You are the one transferring the feelings. You are the ones carrying the genetic information from billions of years ago. That's who you are. You are the dark matter. You are the black mother goddess. Cosmic black mother goddess in flesh. And your purpose is to carry on the will of the Father. Because without you, what does will happen? What happens to will? It dies of its own volition. There is no fecundity. There is no life. So the Creator is two parts of itself. And that, you are the essential part of that. And unless you submit to that, we'll be creating the next generation that's going to kill itself off. And the word submit today, oh my God. Don't even come with it. We will wait for you outside. Submitting? No. I don't want you to submit to the man. I don't want you to grovel. I do want you to do the things that women by their nature want to do for a loving man. If you found a loving man, why ain't you just completely prostrating yourself and calling him a king? Because what's he doing? He's treating you like a queen. Do you feel that you're entitled? Why aren't you? Do you get so comfortable with his love that you now just forget how he came to you? Because I know a lot of people come to me. Women are saying, well, after I talked about it, because remember that she's assigning blame everywhere else but her. A woman cannot afford to take any blame because that's too devastating. So know that something was her fault. Now, I know you're saying, well, no, that's not really real. No, it is. Your psyche is too fragile to know and to say and to admit that you are wrong. And only when shit comes apart to the point where you can't do nothing else, can't get no other excuses, can't get nobody else to take the weight, you'll take the weight. And don't tell me I'm lying. Brothers too. You don't want to be wrong. Wrong is like, oh shit, I'm no longer king if I'm wrong. How could I be wrong? How could the king be wrong? It's good to be the king. But you have to be wrong. That's how you grow as a man. And sisters, you have to let him be wrong so he can be a better leader. See, as a black man, you got 2 strikes. And then you're swinging high on a low ball. You're already halfway out. If you don't allow him to make mistakes, how can he grow? If a man can't make mistakes and then come back better, because you know as a black man, we do it better every time. We are better at everything we do because we are the original kings of the planet. You don't be there to enjoy yourself while you're out there in the streets. Streets is not for the enjoyment. You can take in the sights, but you're strategizing where you're going to take your woman, your precious commodity, the person that's supposed to be bearing your children, who could potentially be your wife, your mate. How are you going to protect that? How are you going to show her what kind of mind you have? Is it filled with the moment? Is it necessary? Because there's a whole lot of unnecessary shit in your mind. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm mindful. Very mindful. What else? What you want, women?
No, I'm not saying no.
We know attention, right? What else you want? What's the substance that keeps you from your man? Or keeps your man from you? What is it that the man is not that he should be?